Hey YouTube, it's ShryphonX here. Today, we're going to be talking about Jujutsu Kaisen Modulo Chapter 12. Like and subscribe for more content. Cross gets shot. The Simurian War begins. Is Yuji already in Tokyo? Jujutsu Kaisen Modulo Chapter 12. With Tokyo as the nest for cursed spirits, and war breaking out between sorcerers and Rumelian warriors, will Yuji intervene after years in hiding? This chapter has 19 pages. Editor's note: just when the path to coexistence finally seemed within reach. The title is a callback to the final arc of the original series, the Inhuman Makio Shinjuku Showdown. Makio is the Japanese word for demonic realm, and it refers to the entire city of Tokyo becoming a no-man's land due to the millions of cursed spirits released by Kinjaku after the aftermath of the Shibuya incident. The chapter begins with Usami being informed by Jabaloma about Elder Burrow's testimony. Jabaloma reveals that the Jujutsu sorcerers killed the Kulyan, the sacred guardian beasts of the Rumelian tribe. Usami insists that there are no Kulyans on Earth, but Jabaloma points out that the Rumelians can verify this by observing the third eye, which normally only cries on a Simurian's birth and death, when it tears up at the sight of a Kulyan dying. Meanwhile, outside the Kyoto Jujutsu Hype building at some stairs, Yuka and Tsurugi explain to Maru that cursed spirits normally manifest only in Tokyo. However, this was a lie told by the Japanese government when they were formed to acknowledge the existence of cursed spirits after the events of the Culling Game. Yuka then opens a shrine containing talismans to maintain the barrier in Kyoto. Tsurugi also mentions the Great Purification, an event where Jujutsu sorcerers enter Tokyo to slaughter numerous cursed spirits to prevent them from escaping the city. It's uncommon for students like the Okatsu siblings to participate in such activities. Maru wonders about the strength of cursed spirits, while Yuka explains that they vary in form and power. However, the former capital, Tokyo, is so overrun with cursed spirits that it has earned the ominous moniker of the Inhuman Makio of Tokyo. We witnessed two sorcerers from Jujutsu headquarters, the senior Yakiru and his swordman, engaged in a competition for points based on the size of their cursed spirits. The former sorcerer received 10 points, while the latter argues that the size should be reduced to 5 points since it's the same size as the one he obtained. It's amusing how, even after the Culling Game has concluded, a point system still exists for killing opponents, or in this case, cursed spirits. The swordman, a junior sorcerer, follows his senior to an abandoned building. Yakimaru also mentions that indoor exterminations typically require the presence of 2 or more individuals. This likely stems from the cursed womb incidents, such as the one experienced by Gojo's students with the finger bearer and its innate domain. As they venture further, they encounter numerous bat-cursed spirits and some shadowy hands leading to a door. Inside, they discover Oski tending to a cursed spirit, which inexplicably licks him. In a significant development, Usami, who had previously ordered the Great Purification to be halted, now provides a comprehensive definition and differentiation between Kulyans and cursed spirits. Kulyans from Simuria are beings indistinguishable from cursed spirits on Earth. The notable difference lies in their physical bodies, while cursed spirits lack them. As Euron mentions, cursed spirits fade away, making it a significant challenge to preserve their cores, especially for the creation of Sukuna's bath. Usami and Mino embark on a journey to Tokyo, with Jabaloma and Cross offering to join them. Cross suggests they head to the mothership Nonax as a faster means of travel. Meanwhile, Yuka continues teaching Maru about barriers, utilizing cursed objects as warding anchors. This is likely because cursed objects contain cursed energy that fuels the barrier. Yuka observes that as time passes, the nature of cursed objects changes, transforming their charm from repelling cursed spirits to attracting them. Maru concludes that this shift in cursed object nature is an integral part of a sorcerer's job. The Okatsu siblings are surprised that Maru appears to be enjoying this aspect. Maru explains that the role of protecting someone in Romelia is not an inherent status or assigned job, but an integral part of the tribe's daily life. Romelian warriors are assigned at birth by the village's Kalyan, but not all Kalyan possess the ability to do so. Kalyan can assign and empower warriors when they are highly revered by the community. For instance, Maru's village has revered its Kalyan for 2,000 years, a testament to its immortality. Maru also reveals that the Kalyans select the middle names of the villagers. Despite Maru's efforts, Tsurugi and Yuka still can't recall his full name. The tension escalates as Yakimaru calls for backup, only to be confronted by Oski and his fellow Romelians. The sorcerer argues that the Simurians initiated the attack and threatens them with a gun. Suddenly, Usami's cursed speech interrupts the confrontation, instructing them to wait. Usami arrives to clarify that the Great Purification has been cancelled due to the Romelians' inadequate briefing on cursed spirits, resolving the misunderstanding. Usami realizes that deliberately withholding information about Jujutsu sorcery has backfired, escalating the situation. He emphasizes that the sorcerers must acknowledge their responsibility and apologize. Yakimaru is perplexed by this sudden turn of events, so Usami explains that Kalyans and cursed spirits are essentially the same kind of beings. Cross shares this revelation with Oski, but Oski remains adamant that they witnessed a Kalyan based on the tears from his third eye. Cross argues that if the creature was indeed a Kalyan, the strain from the third eye would be significantly more severe. They need to witness the corpse of the cursed spirit vanish, rather than remain transformed like a Kalyan would. Cross informs the Romelians that cursed spirits are a manifestation of the Japanese mind's Ralaluka, but Oski insists that these cursed spirits possess voices. Once again, this brings back the discourse of cursed spirit dignity introduced by the disaster curses. These curses manifested as a result of humanity's fear of nature rather than their personal negative emotions. Furthermore, it serves as a reminder that humans can become vengeful spirits if cursed or, in the case of sorcerers, not killed with jujitsu. This means they are beings composed of cursed energy after death, but retain the persona of the deceased. Cross begs for Oski's patience, showcasing how much he has changed since his conversation with Yuka in Chapter 7, The Robbed. Cross's injury Jabaloma and Usami offer mutual apologies on behalf of their respective groups. Jabaloma mentions that the Romelians trespassed into the inhuman Makio, while Usami explains that their excessive caution, distrust towards Simurians, and lack of transparency contributed to the escalation. Parallel to this, the two men who caused the scuffle begin monologuing about why their sides need to apologize. Jabaloma decides they will depart, and Usami will contact them again later. Meanwhile, Yuka finishes inspecting the barrier, leaving Maru exhausted from climbing the stairs. Tsurugi explains that these spots are the backbone of the barrier. They are located in Kyoto, the Shrine City, and the origin of Jujutsu. The Okatsu siblings consider seeking help from the Romelians since the sorcerers are often understaffed. This prospect excites Maru, who is eager to explore the possibility of coexisting through collaboration. By this point, the three friends part ways, optimistic about their progress in coexistence. However, this hopeful encounter is met with the worst possible outcome. Out of sheer paranoia and frustration, Yakimaru fires his gun at Cross, claiming that Cross was about to reach for a weapon, even though the previous scene had Cross attempted to de-escalate the situation. Yakimaru, unlike Ivar from Vinland Saga, genuinely desires a war, which angers the Romelians. In response, the swordsman-sorcerer prepares to retaliate, while Usami attempts to prevent further escalation using cursed speech. However, Their efforts are abruptly interrupted by the arrival of Dabura, who inquires about the commotion. Will Dabura be able to broker a peaceful resolution before the situation spirals out of control? Or will his presence herald the onset of Simuria's attack? Editor's note: special grade arrives. Thank you for watching this video. Please like and subscribe for more content. ShryphonX out.